man, we need to talk about Sonic. We need to do a deep dive into the technicals to see, can we recover here on Sonic? We are down around 50% after losing important support turn resistance at 65 cents, now sitting at 33 cents. I'm going to do a deep dive into the technicals. If you appreciate this video, smash up the likes. Do not forget to subscribe. If you want to trade, you can do so using WEEX. Links in description, a non-KYC exchange with some amazing bonuses. Check it out. If you deposit $100 into WEEX, I will give you a free 1-month membership to my VIP trading group where you see my exact altcoin trades. Okay, guys, look. There's no kind of, beating around the bush on this one. Sonic has got absolutely slapped. I mean, from here going back to December, price action to the downside, 66%. I mean, if you take it just from this recent period when we entered this downtrend, you're down close to 49% here on Sonic, losing major horizontal support as well. I mean, look at the support level we've broken down. Now, of course, with Phantom turned Sonic, we don't have much price history, right? That's the challenge with doing a lot of TA videos. I know a lot of you guys message me constantly, give me a TA update. What's the TA update on Sonic? Guys, there's not much trading history on Sonic for us to do really extensive TA on Sonic on a regular basis. Of course, that history will continue to evolve and we'll get more price points and we'll start to see where the trader's operating. But right now, we know we have lost a key level of support, right? 40 cents psychologically all the way down even to 37 cents was very important to us. Apart from that, this wick on the 3rd of February on Mexi, on this exchange that I'm using on this chart, fell as low as 30 cents and then we recovered, right? And to be honest, now we're at 32, 33 cents at the time of recording. So those are your key levels that you're looking at here on the chart. Now, the question really for us is, how are we looking in terms of all the key structures? And I'll start off here with the daily chart on the EMA Ribbon. Huge bear trend here, right? I mean, ever since we lost the EMA Ribbon on the 16th, the day before, on the 15th of May, we've continued to rotate down. We've tried partial little recoveries, but we don't even get into our EMA Ribbon, right? If there was some bullish strength, what you would expect on these down periods is a move into the EMA Ribbon, down, move into the EMA Ribbon, down, move into the EMA Ribbon. We're not even getting that. Right? We're kind of coming down, trying to recover a little bit, boom, straight back down, recovering a little, boom, straight back down. So we're struggling to really even touch this EMA Ribbon. And as a consequence, this EMA Ribbon is expanding and showing more bearish strength here to the downside. Now, yesterday, we did have a positive day, right? We did have a 2.2% day. And particularly here on Mexi, the volumes were very strong. Look at this volume candle. Nothing like we've seen on Mexi for a very long time. Maybe a whale did something or made a big purchase, because shortly after that, we kind of started falling back down to where we were prior to that pump. So that's what we saw yesterday. If we then look at the 4-hourly chart, 4-hourly chart's looking a bit better, right? Which is giving us a little bit of hope because we're kind of doing what I just said. We're moving into that EMA Ribbon, then we're getting rejected. We go above it briefly, and then we're rejected. We move into it, and then we're rejected. So by no means do the bulls have the trend. The bears have this trend. That's just a given, right? The bears have this trend. They own the trend. We have to respect that. But the first step of us recovering is getting above the EMA Ribbon and forming some kind of a reversal pattern. Now, you're probably wondering, what is a reversal pattern? Well, the first thing is, can we just break out of this, right? This downward channel which we're in here on this 4-hourly chart, can we just come out of here and start building some strength? Let me bring out the highlighter. Can we get out of here, retest this line, and start working our way into support? That may require the formation of some sort of inverse head and shoulders pattern, right? Before we can start breaking out. It might need us to form a bit of a rounding bottom pattern. These are all reversal patterns. If you take my TA course, ijazcrypto.com/TA, again, it'll be linked in the description. You'll learn all of these things. These are the signs of a chart bottoming out. Now, currently, can I say that we are bottoming out? No, I cannot, okay? I cannot say. First, if you looked at this 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, you could have made an argument that could have been a nice reversal pattern. But no, you failed to get the higher high, right? That was your high. You failed, and then it kind of just curled over down into this descending channel. So currently, we cannot claim that Sonic has bottomed out. You've got to be prepared for some more price pain. Now, you guys know when a token or Bitcoin or whatever altcoin you're following goes past its all-time high, we go into what's known as price discovery, right? There's no structure in the chart. To all intents and purposes, the price can really start to explode. Well, unfortunately, we got the opposite here, right? There's price discovery to the downside in that Sonic hasn't been lower than 30 cents. And so if we start losing 30 cents, how much lower do we get? If you take a look at the token price right now, you're sitting at market cap of just about $1 billion. It fluctuates below $1 billion, then about $1 billion. That's where you're at, right? Now, in my view, this is still cheap for a very good layer 1 solution with good use cases, with a working DEX, with a good environment, with good DeFi. And again, previous cycle DeFi went up to 10 billion. It's sitting at around that 2 billion mark right now, with FEM, with a gas monetization program, with Andre Cronje in the team. For me, that's why I'm holding it. I'm not trying to convince you to hold it. I'm not telling you to hold it. In fact, when you look at this price action, of course, you'll be put off. But the reality is, price doesn't actually matter, right? But all price matters for is, are these good prices to buy the dip? Other than that, your question is, which you'll need to answer when you're investing, do I ever see this getting back to $1? And I just want to remind you, it feels like a long time ago, but in February, 21st of February, this thing hit $1. I think it was 99 point something cents, but it hit 99 cents, right? And so when you're looking at that in terms of your risk to reward right now, I mean, you're talking about a doubling, right? At least a doubling, if not a tripling, up here to just get back to that 99 cents mark, right? Not too shabby to triple your money just to get back to where this token price was in February, let alone what would happen if we actually get an explosive altcoin season, Andre Cronje, launching some amazing projects on Sonic and kind of the bullish scenario plays out. So that's why I'm holding. Of course, not financial advice for you, not telling you guys what to do. Now, when we look at this chart, it's important that we break out from this channel. We can't keep continuing on this way, getting rejected, because not only is this a downtrend, it's a steep downtrend, right? It's a steep downtrend. Now, if I go back up to the daily chart, I do want you to notice one thing. Pay attention to the RSI. Look at this RSI chart. And again, I know this is limited data because it's Sonic is new compared to Phantom in terms of trading history, but you're going to learn something. Take a look at the RSI. When was it overbought? It was overbought in this territory, right? And in that territory is exactly when the price point hit that 99 cents mark we were referring to. And that's exactly when you should have been trimming some, right? Or if you're holding for the long term, it doesn't matter. But if you're trading it, that's exactly where you would be trimming because you're in overbought territory. Now, the opposite is starting to become true. We're starting to touch more into this oversold territory, which is very, very interesting. So this is one clue that we could be bottoming out. Now, we haven't spiked into it as sharply as going all the way into it and then really, being oversold. Maybe that means we'll need to go down to 27 cents, 28 cents, that kind of a level to see RSI really notch down, create its final, exhaustion candle before us starting to try recover back up in price action. But it is an indication. I just want you guys to have context that if 99 cents was, extremely overbought, right now where we're sat is relatively oversold. And again, what are you doing? You need to be buying the fear and selling the greed, right? We always talk about that here on the channel. This market is greedy right now overall, but on a token specifically, you don't want to be buying here at 99 cents. No, that's a silly time to buy, right? When weeks before you're buying here at 32, 33, you're trimming at 99 cents. And I can say the same for here. These are generally levels where you're not panic selling. There's no need to panic sell right now. If you were going to sell, why wouldn't you have sold just, a couple of months ago in February at 99 cents, right? Or even better, or even selling a few weeks ago in May up closer towards 60, 65 cents, right? So there's no need to panic sell now at 32 when your investment's quite low down. Either you're going to buy or you're going to hold and you're going to be patient, right? That's pretty much the scenarios here on Sonic. I do want to zoom up to the weekly chart. Again, very limited data here on the weekly chart, apart from the fact that, the obvious fact that you can see that it's been a bloodbath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now opening up the 6th red candlestick on a weekly chart in a row. Pain, right? Pain. I mean, let's go up to another chart. Let's go up to SUI. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go up to Bitcoin coin, which is relatively, less. 4 to the downside. Let's go to Hypos, of course, the outperformer in this kind of a market right now. Let's go to Chainlink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go to Avalanche. I mean, you can't really count that as a green. It's basically, these are basically down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the same setup, right? If you go to Algorand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're seeing a lot of these quality coins that have been around for a little while really forming this same structure, just having a painful 6-7 week period. Of course, I'm not denying the fact that you're not feeling the Sonic pullback. Of course, you're feeling the Sonic pullback. These percentage moves are worse here on Sonic than some of the ones I've just shown you, but equally, these pumps to the upside were bigger than the others, right? Sonic has always been that. And even in the Phantom days, it moves a multiple of the market. It overreacts to the pumps and it overreacts to the dumps. I don't know what the reasoning for that is. I'm sure there's a reason in terms of liquidity or some of the trading action on the order books, but that's how it works on this. Let's take a look at another one. I mean, Solana, again, in this pullback period, WorldCoin down, Cardano, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. So sometimes, you know, particularly, I know where this noise is coming from. This noise comes from people who are over-invested in a single coin. I get it. You put too much of your portfolio in Sonic. You're feeling the pain. You want to take it out on someone. You have a cry on Twitter. I get it. At the end of the day, only you're responsible. It's your portfolio. Why did you over allocate, right? But that being said, whatever tokens you're in, maybe you even have a diversified bag with something like Polygon in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still 6 weeks to the downside. I get the candles aren't as big as Sonic, but you're still feeling it either way. So that's what I'm seeing here on the Sonic chart. Look, no signs to be bullish just yet. I think we still need to bottom out. The only one, you know, real good positive thing I have for you guys is that RSI is starting to flash a sign that we are getting to that oversold territory. That triggers in my brain that, okay, you know, people are starting to get capitulated here. They're really starting to feel it. And for me, that triggers, okay, do I need to buy the dip? That's my signal. Do I need to buy the dip? We're getting to that point. People are getting frustrated. Maybe I'm ready for another dip buy. And again, if I do make a dip buy, I'll let you guys know in the Telegram group and on Twitter. So make sure you're following me there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.